The story is for the past 3 years, I've been trying to go on a date with Sofia
Wow.
unsuccessfully.
Wait, 3 years?
Unsuccessfully?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm like
Wait a
0 for
minute.
5.
Am I going on a date?
Yeah.
Oh, confirmed.
Yay!
What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sofia and Sistine Stallone.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a very special, exciting episode of the Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters, Sistine and
Sophia, you said your name first?
Well, I got to do the intro first too because you messed up today, so
I'm in the doghouse.
I'm taking reign.
All right, I don't mean to, and I feel really bad that this happened. So just to explain, I'm so embarrassed because I hate messing up. If you know me, I'm a perfectionist. I don't like making mistakes, especially when it's on Sistine's time as well, because she will give me shit for the next week.
I had to cancel my appointment because of your little time mistake.
Her facial.
The one time I decided to treat myself
that's
to
true.
a facial.
She doesn't do facials.
Thank you.
But definitely screwed the pooch on this one. Thought the guests were coming now, but they're coming in 4 hours. So we're a little early, but thank you guys for all being here. I know that I had to rush this morning and you did too. And
it was awesome.
it's great.
It's so great.
I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you.
You know what, though? I actually really enjoyed doing the intro today. Maybe I should do this more often.
Is that the deal, that you take the intro now?
I would like to rotate sometimes.
All right. She'll take the intro. You guys can tell us if you like mine or hers better.
Oh, yeah. Leave it to the commenters. I love it. Okay, so I feel like last week's episode, we had a lot of things that we wanted to discuss but forgot to bring up.
Yeah, I don't know why. We just completely didn't even... we didn't write it down. We just didn't remember it.
Brain fog.
Brain fog.
That's
brain
what it
fart.
is. Totally.
I think at this time, maybe Halloween has passed. I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder how that's going.
Future me is
Yeah,
like, I really hope it went well.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I got my Halloween hookup. What else did I say?
October orgasm.
That's true. I like to every single year think of a funny way to like twist in a holiday with like something about making out.
I actually remember I used to do Sober October.
Yeah. Oh, you did used to do that.
I don't know why I stopped.
Why would you? I think October is kind of a festive month in some ways, even though it's just it's only Halloween.
Yeah. Speaking of scary vibes, you were discussing that you wanted to get Lasik eye surgery.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if anyone else has contacts. They're the worst because they hurt your eyes if you get an eyelash in it. You get fuzz in it. They hurt if you're sleeping. They dry in your eye and then you can't take it out.
Oh, boo, you
No,
whore.
but then they pop out. This was one of the worst things. My dad one time, this is like, we're on our way courtside to a basketball game. Oh, it's epic. It's
subtle flex.
I'm fully flexing. Everyone would be wanting to do that. And while I'm on the way there, my contacts pop out of my eye. And this idiot didn't bring any backups.
She's pointing to herself, not me. She's the idiot.
Sophia's the idiot. I watched 2 hours of a basketball game that I couldn't see. Literally, when I say my eyesight is fuzz, I can't see the players. So I'm watching Sistine's head turning left and right. So then I'm not the idiot looking right when everyone's looking left because I couldn't see anything. So I have come to decide that I don't want to keep doing this anymore and I want to get Lasik eye surgery.
Have you seen YouTube videos on it?
Yes, and I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it.
I'll tell you why I want you to do it.
Why?
Because I'm pretty sure for a full 24 or 48 hours, you have to be blind with goggles. This is going to be so much fun for me.
Yeah, Sistine keeps saying she wants to do taste testing with me. And not know, like, feed me things. And I don't know
all of your other senses are going to be heightened. Maybe I'll start tickling your feet.
It's
and you won't know
12 hours.
more.
It's not going to be like 80 hours of me, like, figuring out, okay, my senses are low.
But I just want to, like, rig your room with, like, little sound machines and just scare you.
That would be such a dick move.
I know.
Don't do that.
Do I have to bathe you?
Ew, Sistine, I can
just
shower
thought about
myself. I'm not like...
Well, you're blind. How can you shower yourself?
Sistine, you can... okay, when you put your head under the water in a shower, you close your eyes, I'm assuming.
It sounds like you're going to slip.
Actually, I slept in the shower this morning. I have a huge bruise on my calf. So who knows what it's going to be like when I can't see. But I don't like the idea because what it is you have to peel off this like very, very small layer of eye skin.
Yummy. Eye skin. Delicious.
Pupil skin?
Pupil skin.
What's the term? Not your Their cornea is in the back, but I don't know what the.
Do you think cannibals like eyeballs as well?
I feel like they're like boba when they eat it.
Do you think Army Hammer would eat an eyeball?
Sistina!
Is that? What? What?
Did he? He didn't eat people, did he?
Yeah.
No, I thought. Wait, I actually
Didn't he
can't.
chew like his girlfriend's arm a little bit or something?
No, he didn't chew his girlfriend's arm off. Like,
No, he just had a little nibble.
I thought he was just into. Oh God, I have to research this. Maybe he did eat some. We'll be
He
right
did.
back.
He did.
Should we call him?
Speaking of eating and cooking,
Good transition.
I have decided that I'm gonna plan a date. And I also decided that I'm gonna cook on said date.
Yeah, that's a lot of
which-
pressure.
Is a terrible idea, and now that I've already suggested it to the guy, he's very much into this idea. And I've realized that I can't cook anything besides chicken and microwave rice.
You can also saute some broccoli. I've seen it.
How do you saute broccoli?
What do you mean? How do you saute broccoli? You put broccoli in
You
a
gotta
pan?
boil it first. See, these are things I don't even know.
Oh, I don't know that part. See,
And then Sophia goes, you should make chicken parm.
yeah, I did say that to him, and he was so into
My
it.
Chef Boyardee. I
See,
can make
parm is
chicken parm.
Isn't it just chicken, the
Sophia,
red sauce, and cheese?
you
put it in
literally
the
have to
oven.
pound. You have to slice the chicken,
Okay, easy.
pound it,
Yep.
bread it with flour, and then you
And
have to
eggs.
make and then you have to dip it in eggs, dip it back in flour, dip it in breadcrumbs,
See, if this is your date
fry
night,
it,
that's
put it in a pan. It's like, are you joking? Buy
See,
cheese.
but if that's your date, is cooking. Wouldn't you want to choose something that's a bit more fun and different? Why would you choose chicken and rice? You can just order that from Panda Express. What's the difference?
I used to love Panda Express.
I did too.
until I
Orange
realized
chicken.
the sodium.
Till I realized that I couldn't fit in my jeans.
Do you remember, like, when you were a kid, you just had whatever you felt like? Cause
Yeah.
you're like, because
I know.
I can.
The things I
you didn't
ate,
worry about
I
anything.
had super pretzel, like at least twice a day.
You ate a frozen pretzel every day.
You're
she
saying
ate
that
it
like
frozen,
it's a bad
too.
thing.
I'm just
It's
kidding.
great. I gnawed on it every day. No, but I feel like it's a good idea. I think if you go into cooking something that is, I mean, you know what's the easiest thing? Pasta. Just make pasta. Pink sauce pasta, get some chicken, cut some chicken, put it in the pasta.
You know what I'm nervous about, honestly? This is sounding a lot of red sauce right now. I'm scared of getting heartburn.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I get acid reflux and I have too much
I am
tomatoes.
because that happens so many times. I'll go on a date and then I start getting severe heartburn. I'm like, where's the Nexium?
And he also doesn't
What?
like tomatoes except when they're blended. So maybe tomatoes isn't the thing you're going for.
I also had a bathroom thought today.
On the toilet?
No, but TMI. Maybe it was, but I won't tell.
That's a secret I'll never tell.
That's a secret. XOXO, Tina. I had a shower thought today, and I was like, am I unlovable? Hear me out. I feel like every time I start to like, stop giving me that face. I feel like every time I start to like someone, I start to self-sabotage and find things that are wrong with them when there's actually nothing wrong with them because I have to find reasons that it's not going to work and I don't deserve love.
That's some type of bathroom thought you had going on there. You know what? That is true on you. You do that a lot.
Well, Adele's been putting me in my feels.
Easy
so
on me
it's
is
making
getting
me.
No, but you do that, and that's I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. It's having a vulnerability issue. It's you're not able to fully let yourself go. You can be as you. I like to explain it as you are very outspoken. You almost are the most open book, but closed off person you'll ever meet. You'll say everything, but say nothing.
It's true.
You know, like you'll talk a lot. You'll make them laugh. You'll make it interesting, but you won't actually
because
give them the thing that will take the next step.
100%. And I hate when someone tells me that I'm saying, oh, I have you figured out. Like, I can read you.
Yeah.
That bothers me. I want to be completely unreadable or at least still a little bit of a mystery to them
Yeah.
because I feel like the second they have me entirely, that like
They're gonna
all
leave.
control's lost.
But you know, it's like the opposite because when you actually give your heart to someone, I feel like they want to actually be with you. If you've set it up to be that way. No, but you, and I do this too, is I find every reason that like every wrong thing about them, even if it's not a problem. Like I will say that they didn't cut their chicken 12 times, they cut it 11 times.
Oh, that's some OCD
No,
stuff.
yeah,
I've
I'm being
never noticed
sarcastic.
that.
I'm not actually saying to someone they didn't cut their chicken enough. Now I'm on this food thought because of the cooking thing. But you're not unlovable. You just are scared to be loved.
And we'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. No,
No.
it's true.
No, I feel like, but I think that's been like this since we've been single for a while. We're not used to like being,
know.
That actually turns, this thought I was saying to Sistine was that I feel like it's, what was it that we were saying? It was something about dating that, oh my God, we were just saying this, Sistine. Oh, wait, give me a second.
You have a moment to think. I'll tell you this,
Go.
though. I think that this type of mentality isn't something that you just have one day. I truly think that it only takes one maybe bad or toxic relationship to give you this mind frame.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my worst relationship was when I was 19. You know who you are.
I know who you are too.
And yeah, I was 19 and now I'm 23 and I still deal with how that person made me feel.
And then you
never
assume-
forget it.
No, and then you assume the things that your next person are doing, even if it's they forgot to do something or they said something that's different, and it just makes you remember that moment that you had when you were 19, and you're like, that they're gonna do the same thing when that's not the case. It's so hard. You have to be able to, when you're in a new relationship, and I feel this way, completely separate the last person you were dating to the new person you were dating.
I know, I compare everyone.
You can't
like
compare
they're the same.
because I feel like when you fall in love with someone new, you fall in love with different things. Like
Whoa, you're throwing this L word out
no,
here.
but when you're dating or
kidding.
falling in love, whatever it is, you're gonna love this person for a completely different reason that you loved the other person for.
Yeah.
So you can't compare it. But this is actually, I just remember what it was that I was saying was that I get shocked when people hit on me. Remember how I said that? And I know you guys are out there like, like Sofia, shut up. Look.
Look in a mirror, sweetheart.
Thank you. But I'm not saying this to get anything at all. I'm just telling you the truth. I feel like because I grew up and I was not the hot kid. You know me. I was wearing a flash drive on my neck. I had braces. I had an ugly Betty haircut. My glasses were pointed up like 50s style.
Sophia,
and I did shot put.
Sophia
I wasn't and I wore pants every day.
No, Sophia
I wasn't
was
the pick of the litter that you wanted. No one was like talking about me on Ask FM.
Sophia was Ugly Betty.
Yeah, I was. We were Sistine called me Ugly Betty, actually. You know who thought of the Ugly Betty comment? It was Sistine. So.
Yeah, but everyone thought I was a boy for the first 15 years of my life.
Because you traded goldfish for Pokemon
No.
cards.
I wore knee-high... What are you guys laughing at? I had side bangs, not like a little side bang, like a full Justin Bieber thick side bang, and short hair, and I wore animal print knee socks with Converse, 2 different colored Converse every day.
And you used to bite your bottom lip so it'd swell up. So
also, I had mosquito bites
everywhere.
No, meaning my boobs were mosquito bites.
But you always get bit. That's why I'm kind of...
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't talking about
she did have no tits.
So I literally looked like a board, like a plank.
Yeah.
And all I did was do track and play flag football, and I was just so... I looked like
At least
Slender
you
Man.
didn't sign up for a talent show playing basketball on stage singing
Sophia,
like Mike.
I was part of the chess club.
I was part of the chess club. We were both a part of the chess club.
I collected cats.
But this is the thing, is that Sistine, I'll tell you.
I made a journal of different breeds of cats.
Sistine and I, this is the extent of when a guy likes us. No guys actually had crushes on this when we were growing up at all. Like, actually, more guys were writing, like, drawing drawings of you. Remember that kid? It's like the opposite. People, people slammed her into a locker. Oh my God.
The amount... Here's a perk of being the weird kid. You always get a weird kid stalker liking you in school as well. There was always that one kid in school that was like, okay, this one's a little bit of a suspicious individual, right? I had 2 instances of that. In high school, I had this weird kid that never spoke. Do you remember? What was that? Wedding Crashers, and the brother in it is like the guy that draws the whole time.
That was him.
That was
was him.
And all he would do is draw me from the back of the classroom. And one day I was walking by his book and I go, holy shit. I did a double take. I go, that's me. And I said, is that me? And he goes, no, and slams the book and runs away. The next day I go, can you show me that drawing? And he goes, it's for you. Gives it to me the last day of school.
This is crazy.
And signs it. Another kid drew a photo with knives in my stomach. in fourth grade.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. That's what we called
And then
it.
he texted me on my Razor. It would be like, I see you. I'm outside your house. And I was like, Garrett, stop.
Garrett, get out. If he's watching this, he's still like,
Garrett.
no, but so this brings it back to, I really didn't get hit on until a lot later in life. And so still today, like I feel like I still have that mentality of that kid I was back then.
Yeah.
And if you know Sistine and I on that deeper personal level, we're actually the biggest goofs and weirdos ever. We make impersonations. We like, honestly, we dress up in the weirdest way. Like we don't like to do anything but make fun of each other. And when a guy comes up to me and hits on me or is interested in me, I will say that is completely false and that's not
honestly
true. And it's so
you
weird.
did it the other day.
I did the other day. And
you
I
were
did.
totally vibing with this guy at a bar. And I was like, Sophia, obviously he likes you because you wouldn't waste his whole night talking to you if he didn't. And you completely were
I was
just
like,
shitting on yourself and shitting on yourself. And like, why would he like me? You're lying.
Yeah, I was like, my hair's flat. Why
You're
would he like
that's
me?
Cap.
No, I just feel like it's also a confidence thing. I think that when you go from just like not getting that attention a lot when you're growing up, I feel like a lot of the girls that were like the pretty ones in high school, they feel like that's why when they grow up, they think they're still the shit. And when they're
Well,
not.
it's true. It's like,
I'd rather be this
going
way, which
back
is like
to-
completely ignorance is bliss. Like I have no idea what's
I
going
agree.
on.
It's almost like going back to how one person in a relationship can harm the way you feel in other relationships
Yeah.
later on. It's the same thing when you're growing up. You still see yourself as ugly Betty.
I do.
Even though
Inside,
to the
I'm
public,
ugly
you're
Betty.
not ugly Betty.
well, so that's the thing. Yeah, I don't think so. But I just need to stop because I'm not saying this once again to like get any sympathy from people. But
yes,
I think
she is. I'm just
everyone's
kidding.
telling me how pretty I am. No, but I feel like people can relate to this if they weren't the cool kid in school and then they got older and they kind of got their groove or style down in repertoire and they're still, it's like hard for them almost to flirt sometimes because they just don't assume that that person would be interested. But, you know, I got to get over that.
You definitely got to get over
Yeah.
that because we
Well.
have 2 males joining us today on the
We
show.
do.
So strap in, baby. Actually, we should talk about what we did with them yesterday.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the hilarious meme page. I would call it a meme page, maybe. But they
It's
were
a social media platform.
Yeah, it's grown from that to now it's big and they're getting deals, but it's called Friday Beers. And it is so genius. These 2 comedian writers, these 2 brothers.
Actually,
started
there's
this
3 of
page.
them.
There's 3 of them, yeah. But we're gonna have 2 on today. And they have created this Instagram page into this massive
Right. I'll sort of
thing.
explain it in greater detail to the listeners. If you guys are living under a rock and you don't know what Friday Beers is,
please check it out.
yeah, do yourself a favor and look it up right now. But basically, it's a social media platform, production company, and lifestyle brand. So they have merch. And all they do is make sketch comedy videos based off of, like relatable topics such
Hilarious
as
movies too.
Yeah, such as working a 9 to 5. And the whole concept is like you are that guy or girl in the office and you're just itching for that beer on a Friday and you're waiting for that Friday to come so you can take the edge off and have that release.
Exactly.
So they've sort of made this whole brand around that concept and feeling, and it is hysterical. So we have these brothers coming on joining us today. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
We went on theirs yesterday and it was hilarious. So now we have a better idea about what to ask them. And you guys, this is going to be an episode that's completely different from the other ones we've done. So stay tuned.
Unwaxed listeners, joining us today, we have 2 very talented guys who are both somewhat responsible for our hangover today. Thank you very much. They are brothers, Venice Beach nomads, and social media savants who are the masterminds behind the fast-growing platform known as Friday Beers. We have Max and Jack Barrett.
Wow.
Yes! Round of applause, studio audience. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes!
Come on.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. I don't know how we somehow tricked
Thanks
you
for-
guys into
thanks for
joining
having us.
Well, you
Social-
call us a savant and mastermind in the same. I've never been called that ever.
And a nomad.
Yeah,
So.
and a nomad.
Nomad.
And a homo.
I've never been this flattered. That's
Really? I
No.
can tell you're glowing.
inside.
Radiant.
Yeah, inside?
inside,
Okay,
yeah.
that's great.
We actually brought you guys presents too. Yeah, we brought you guys Friday
no.
Beers merch. You don't have to wear it.
Wait,
Wait,
you
is
brought
that-
us presents. We brought
Yeah.
you presents.
It's a gift exchange.
Whoa.
Whoa!
gift
Oh my God,
exchange.
Christmas came early,
Congratulations.
guys.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'll take this
Go
one.
on. Hey, you can
Nice.
pick one, Sistine.
Can I?
Thank
Can I?
you.
Yeah, do you want to see what it is?
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
I-
cute.
Well, that's
It's
not
gonna
what it
look-
is,
It's gonna
but-
look great on my car.
Thank
I was
you,
gonna say,
right?
put it on
Should
your
go
car.
right on my
This is
Vespa
going
helmet.
right here.
Ooh.
Friday beers.
So I
Friday-
did say
Friday
Patron.
Friday tequila.
Yeah.
Love
See,
it.
there we
Wow.
go. I told you guys you needed to do
So
that.
I used to write ads for Patron.
Did you
This
really?
brings me back to my early LA days.
Well,
No
I would
way.
love to get into your early LA days.
And they
before
never gave
Friday
me
beers.
free Patron.
Ever.
They didn't?
Really?
You would think that they would do
Yeah.
that for like,
No
or at least
perks.
discounts.
And all you had to do was come on the Unwaxed podcast
all
to
I
get
do.
free Patron.
Who knew?
Who
At 3
freaking
o'clock
knew?
sharp.
much
I just need
simpler.
it. I did script the timing. That was my bad.
Yeah, Sophia fucked the schedule. But yesterday we did join you boys on the Friday Beers podcast. When is that coming out?
TBD.
Nice.
TBD.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
TBD.
Probably November.
Probably
Yeah.
November. I
Yeah.
have to say, Sophia and I went on their show and we were discussing it all last night, all this morning. We had the most
You
fun.
guys crushed it. That was
No,
You guys
you
were
guys
lit-
crushed it.
No,
It
seriously,
was
those
so
questions
fun.
were awesome.
Yeah, well, that's all our.
I hope this isn't
followers,
insulting,
you
but
know?
you're a lot funnier than I thought you'd be.
We
Thank
get that
you.
all the time. Well, I get you're
no,
not,
seriously, we do get that all the
I
time.
get you're not as bitchy as I thought you.
Wow. You
Or
think that-
nice,
Well, I
or
have
normal.
RBF.
you
Okay.
have RBF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think
yeah,
we're not
that's
normal.
scary.
That's like the best
Yeah.
compliment.
When
we
you
can
guys
get.
left and we
Yeah.
started looking around each other like, wow, that was like kind of electric.
Oh,
like
stop.
you guys were,
Well,
oh my god.
I didn't knew Sophia was funny. I've known you were
Excuse
funny.
me?
Yeah,
Because we met.
because we met a while ago.
So
Actually,
why don't we
yeah.
get into
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
So
let's talk about that.
Because you were
that.
shocked when
Yeah.
I brought that up yesterday.
I hadn't put together the pieces.
Neither
Yeah.
have I.
Yeah.
So
Well-
why don't you two elaborate?
yeah,
let's
well, it was at the beach club with Claire.
Yeah, the story is for the past 3 years, I've been trying to go on a date with Sophia
Wow.
unsuccessfully.
Wait, 3 years?
Unsuccessfully?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
I'm like
wait a
0
minute.
for 5.
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on.
Wait
Like
a
every
minute.
6 months,
I'm
I'll be
gonna
like,
rewind. Yes, that's fair.
Yeah, take us back.
Let's take it back.
Yeah.
So I remember what the one thing you did tell me. You were trying to write comedy at the time, right? You were
Yeah.
trying to sell a script.
Yeah,
And I forgot where you were trying to pitch it. You asked me out. I had recently just broken up with my ex.
Ooh,
And
Didn't
so
know
College
that.
ex?
College
not
ex,
know
the
that.
one I brought
that
up.
you said you were in love
the
with.
one-
there
only
always
one I
seems
was.
to be an
Only one.
So always-
excuse.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
as luck had it, years later, I was on Hinge for like 3 days. We were doing something for a production,
You were
like a show.
unhinged, like going nuts, or you were on hinge?
I was on Hinge,
Okay.
and I was
Oh,
unhinged.
yeah,
you're
Because I was
unhinged,
unhinged, I was on Hinge,
Nice,
right?
nice.
So while I was on it for the 3 days, I wasn't taking it seriously because I was about to delete it. I saw him on it, and guess who reached out first?
Was it you?
It was me.
We gotta
He
go
had-
back to the tape.
because he
Hold
had
on.
an Anchorman
Pull up
quote,
the receipts. I don't believe
and
that.
I think I
okay.
said an Anchorman quote to you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, half of our texts are just like
I'm
quoting
Sophia's
Austin
story.
It
Powers,
actually is.
and- yeah.
I know, and so
Okay, well that's fair.
Wait,
Yeah.
so I didn't realize that you guys had met before matching on Hinge.
yeah, we've met like,
So
Yeah,
fate,
we're go way
Fate,
back.
full circle.
and now we're here
Yeah.
today, and we never got our date.
Never got a date.
Well,
Yeah.
There's still time for that.
That can
Wait, so
change.
you've been asking consistently,
It's so yeah, like oh,
and you're just like pulling out like
and
"Hmm,
Sophia would-
piano lessons.
No, Sophia would be like, yeah, like
Like-
sounds great, but I'm
Sorry.
in Miami for the next 6
Right,
months.
right.
I'm like,
That was
okay.
true. I was in Miami one time. You
Yeah.
asked me, and then I
Sophia
said that I
is
had
a-
piano lessons,
Piano
great
lessons.
at playing
lacrosse game. I had to
Right.
get to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ayahuasca ceremony.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I have
exactly.
a question. Where would you like to take Sophia on her
Yeah.
first date?
Whoa.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically,
Hypothetically, I mean, there's a lot of good like fast casual restaurants around here. Maybe
right.
like Chili's,
Mhm,
Applebee's,
mhm.
something
Okay.
classic.
Someplace where they give you a buzzer when your
Yeah.
table's ready.
That's
I love
like,
that.
That's
Yeah,
a sign,
I like-
sign
Pure
of
class.
classy
Like, so
establishment.
class.
Pure
only
class.
the best for me.
Like you,
Yeah.
Only the
any
best.
restaurant that has pictures of the food on the menu.
Yeah.
You would definitely be the
It's
person
like-
to take me to Cha Cha Chicken.
I've
always
actually
wanted to go
I've never
there.
been.
Oh, that's a great place. If you guys
Yeah.
haven't been, it's you bring your own beer.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on a date?
Yeah. I
Oh,
did.
confirmed.
Yay!
All right, this is legally binding. So we
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
we've got
Now there's
cameras.
happening. There's a
We got-
handshake there,
yeah.
and that's what you guys do on
That's
your
how you
podcast.
That's what we
go.
do.
Yeah.
Wait, so you just
Yes.
got married.
Yeah.
Did you meet your wife on a
I've-
dating app?
That's funny actually,
What?
because I had matched with my now wife on Hinge. No, sorry, I misspoke. She saw me on Hinge and X'd me
Yeah,
No.
the first
No.
time she saw me. Yes, I promise.
wasn't
Wait.
good enough.
Yeah,
Tell me what was her reasoning behind that?
she was just like, nah, I'm not feeling it right now.
Stop.
Oh.
And so she left. It's like extra check. I don't know what it was back in 2015, but she denied me, and then we ended up meeting in person like 3 or 4 weeks later. And we struck up from there. And she was like, "Yeah, I matched with you on
At the
Hinge.
Halloween
Check
party,
it."
right?
At a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did-
It was
always
almost
happens.
it was almost 7 years ago.
Weren't you like
today.
Waldo or something?
I was. Where's Waldo?
That's so
How
hot.
could she find you
Good
if you're
Great
choice.
Waldo?
cousin,
Good
yeah.
choice.
How
I know,
could she
good
find
question.
you? You're missing. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
very careful.
Whoa, I didn't see this. I didn't know
Well,
about
She
this
spotted
Waldo.
you.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that means something. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's sort of sounding like this
Yeah.
situation that's happening over here.
Yeah, right.
I
A
know.
little
Look
bit.
at this.
I mean, Halloween's approaching.
It
Yeah.
is. Do you have a costume yet?
Waldo.
He's
Where are
gonna
you? Like, I
summon
can't
all the
find
good
you.
karma.
No,
And maybe 7 years from now, you
Yeah.
guys will be married.
Yeah.
Wait, so
I
okay,
know, look
you
at
guys
this.
matched on Hinge.
Look at this.
Not really.
This is great.
You met at a Halloween. Stop flirting, you two. You met at a Halloween party, and now you got married. What, 3 weeks ago?
We got 3 weeks ago. We got married, and her name is Olivia, by the way.
Olivia.
I love it.
Barrett, my last name.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Didn't even think about any hyphenated stuff.
Oh.
She's like not for
She
me.
was in
Yeah.
it. She was like, I'm fine with Barrett.
Yeah, we should.
What if it was? What if she said no?
I would have taken her last name.
Is she have a good? What's her last name?
Bannock. It sounds very.
Oh, it's like
okay.
same
Same
thing.
And I'm progressive. I'm actually very progressive. So.
Oh, nice.
Remember, I told you I was gonna inseminate, get inseminated.
Oh yeah, we said
and become
that
pregnant?
pregnant guys could be kind of hot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said he would do
be a
that.
hot pregnant guy.
You would be hot.
Yeah.
pregnant
You would be
guy.
hot pregnant guy.
I got married in the Adirondacks, is like upstate New York, like
Mhm.
pretty close to Canada. She's actually Canadian.
Oh.
So
Um,
she's friendly.
She's super
Yeah.
friendly, and there was a lot of Canadians at the wedding.
Everyone was so friendly too.
Yeah, it was
Really?
incredibly
Oh, that must have
nice.
been
How are
Nice.
Canadians partying?
Actually,
How
one
about
was
the
kind of a
wedding?
dick.
They,
too.
how are they?
There's
Yeah, are
always
they
one.
like? Are they fun at weddings? Are they crazy?
They
Are they?
party.
Oh,
We
yeah.
actually,
Party.
so
Okay.
we got the news that the Saturday of the wedding was the single highest bar revenue day in the history of the club where we had the wedding.
No
Are you
way.
serious?
It's a proud honor. Yep.
So to say the least, you guys got absolutely
We got
obliterated.
trashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome. Everyone had a great time. The wedding, like perfect weather, went off without a hitch. Then I went to Mexico for our honeymoon.
How was that?
I got COVID on the second day of the
Oh.
honeymoon.
Where in Mexico were you?
Cabo.
That's why.
Nice.
It was
Well,
just-
I think
it
it
was
He
got-
went to he went to Squid Row.
I got
It
it. for
happened at the
It happened at
wedding.
the wedding.
Because like
Really?
For sure,
That's
happened at the
such a
wedding.
bummer.
Yeah, I had everyone had needed to be fully vaccinated at the wedding,
Yeah.
and we requested tests. So
Mhm.
people, like in
So
theory, got tested, and they showed us their tests. And I
Mm.
found out on the Wednesday, this day after we got to our honeymoon, that I was like, I had a 101-degree fever, so I got tested.
Oh
I
my
had
gosh.
it. Called my dad. He was like, "Well, not only do you have it, your brother Sam has it, your uncle has
No.
it, your aunt has it, and your grandparents."
Who is
have
the
it."
culprit? Do you find out?
We can't name.
You can't say it,
No,
but
no.
do you find out?
He's
who
not gonna
was?
watch it, but we think it was my uncle. Here's even more nuts.
No.
Oh, and my godmother got it.
Wait,
The more-
are your grandparents? They're all
Thankfully,
okay?
the only thing I
Yeah.
cared about
Okay,
is that
good.
they were gonna be okay.
Okay, good.
And they are totally fine now. They didn't get symptoms as bad as like I had symptoms.
Yeah.
But those are the only 6 people who got it at the whole wedding.
oh, I didn't know
No.
No one else.
way.
Wait,
And there's
really?
all
So
are in
did
within
you
our
have
family.
to quarantine in Cabo?
Yeah, I spent the whole honeymoon inside
But
the
then
hotel room.
That's
did you
kinda
lose
fun.
your Did you lose your
I lost
taste?
my sense
But
of
he had a,
taste.
he had a
Then you
sick
couldn't
room.
even
I had
eat
a
the
sick
He had like a
food.
pool and
Wait,
shit.
I wouldn't have minded
Oh.
if
It's like
it
a
was
house.
just trapped in the room and I could taste, smell, and I didn't feel
Yeah.
shit. I would have just got drunk and ate. It would have
Yeah,
been
exactly.
fantastic.
Totally fine.
But I felt shit.
Well, no, I got the
Yeah.
same exact
Yeah.
symptoms because that was in February for me, and so all I did was like take tequila shots. And I couldn't taste anything. I'm like,
Shit.
wow, this is amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, not amazing.
it's like
but-
water.
Yeah, it was like
Literally,
water. It was freaky.
It's one of the more bizarre experiences
That's
to
crazy.
have. You're it's just disconnected what's going
Wait,
on in
I
your brain.
haven't talked to anybody about this, but did you feel it going away, like the feeling of it
Nope.
leaving, or did you wake up and it was just gone?
Instantaneous.
I could
Interesting.
feel
Yeah.
it slowly going away. That was the weirdest part because I woke up.
Gradually?
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing ever. But glad I have it back because I was worried. Because some
A
people
lot of
say
people have
it
been
could
saying they
be
don't get it back
months.
for months.
That's what I'm saying. I got it back in like 2
Oh,
days,
That
Yeah.
would
so it
suck.
wasn't that bad.
That would.
I hate
suck.
cilantro. Like I would vomit if I tasted
you eat it?
cilantro, and I could take.
He's such a
full-
bitch around cilantro.
I'm so-
Wait,
I'm
What about
such a coward.
cilantro? There's-
Yeah.
I just think it's like
Say,
disgusting.
That's me with
I'm sorry. I think
olives.
there's a little cilantro in my
I
burrito.
send it back. I send it back.
Get it?
No, but
Michael
I
Scott
do hate
style.
when
If
people
there's cilantro in it,
dress
send
the
it back.
food with too much cilantro.
Yeah,
That does bother
It's gross to me. It's like foul. I will gag. Like Olivia always is like, you're embarrassing me because you're sending stuff back because there's cilantro.
Just about
on
the
it.
cilantro.
Wait, but are
though,
you that
guys-
guy?
Yeah, for
Are
other
you that
reasons.
guy that sends food and drink back?
If it has cilantro,
Oh,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
else.
that's the
though.
only reason.
Okay.
Not if it's
Okay.
like undercooked. I'm like, fine, I'll just have it.
Right.
And
okay.
cilantro aversion is like a real genetic thing.
Yeah,
Oh, what
Really?
now?
it's
Like,
genetic.
It's genetic. Like so, certain people
Really?
have. And again, goes back to my advertising days. We did
A
a
cilantro
campaign
commercial.
for was it 23andMe?
Yep, that's the
Yeah,
the-
I did
yeah.
that.
And like
Yeah.
you know, like all the traits you can.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, like am I like?
You're like, wow, I'm related to Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I had no idea.
No
50% of it.
Actually, our results
like,
were alarming.
The,
Yeah,
they're
the
whack.
test is complete bullshit because all it tells you is like,
Wait, that makes
oh,
me
like
sad.
your eye color is brown. Like, yeah, I know.
It says
dude.
most
Oh,
likely. It doesn't even
okay.
say it is. It's
And
like
then
it
but
kind of might
but
be.
the one thing that's interesting is they show you if you have a cilantro version.
What?
So it's like
yeah, they
it's
do,
lit-
actually. I
you're
didn't
either
realize that.
born like you're fine with cilantro or it tastes like soap.
Yeah.
Do
And,
they have
like,
one for eggs? Because I gag at eggs.
For eggs?
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to hate.
Egg-
Breakfast is so hard. for
any
me.
Yeah.
type of egg, scrambled eggs,
All eggs.
all
The
eggs.
smell?
Because my dad made her eat it with ketchup, so I think she
He
is
scarred
triggered
me.
with it.
Huh.
He wanted me to get big when I was young, so he only fed me eggs.
That doesn't make
and
any
now I
sense.
can't. Look at an egg.
Ironically, now you said you are trying to get big.
Yeah, she did.
Without
so-
eggs, it's hard.
Yeah, you
Let me
need it
tell
for
you,
best
it's hard.
protein.
What about
Wait,
egg
so-
whites?
Yeah, see?
The smell.
Oh, the smell.
The smell. Okay, we're straying off. I want to discuss
back.
Friday beers. I mean, it's blown up, obviously, as you guys know, to such quick numbers. I want to know how it started.
Yeah, Max was living in LA. I was living in New York. We both worked in media and entertainment in some form. Max was writing Patron ads. She was at an ad agency.
Nice.
And
that does
23andMe.
Patron. And
Oh, yeah.
23andMe.
And Acura.
Yep.
Nice.
Really
And
good
then
ads.
I worked at like a media production company, so actually like made commercials, produced commercials,
Mhm.
and like a lot of non-scripted film and TV stuff and branded stuff. So
Mhm.
we were like writing professionally,
Yeah.
sort of,
Mm-hmm.
and we were always, as you guys know, like comedy is the only thing that we kind of like outside of
Yeah.
sports and just sort of hanging
Right.
out. So we're like, okay, let's try this independently.
Right.
Write sketch comedy, 20-something comedy. We would write comedy scripts, try to sell them. Nobody would buy them.
Mhm.
Write feature ideas. And we were going for, a couple years, like having some
Yeah, the animated show I pitched you or I told you about
Yes.
didn't get
Oh,
made.
I'm sorry.
yet to be greenlit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's,
yeah,
that's
like-
not the reason why I did say no.
It's like, well,
Sophia's like, well, if you
this
sold
show
it.
Yeah, if you
sounds
sold it, I would probably
horrible.
Don't
say
even
yes
have you don't
sooner.
even have a development deal.
Yeah.
We were trying that for a while, and we thought we stood by the stuff, like we thought it was funny, just like couldn't
Mhm.
really get like a big audience behind
Mhm.
it. And then at the end of 2019, we sort of made a pact. We're like, all right, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna like brand ourselves like the Barrett Brothers. We're gonna be writers. We're gonna write a new script every single month, and we're going to aggressively try and like push them out to people.
Right.
And then we're gonna create this Instagram account for like a new form of sketch comedy
Okay.
that Max really pioneered because he's an unbelievable video editor. So he took all those jokes and we just used other people's content, films, TV shows
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
write jokes on top of. And that ended up being what really
Huge.
people really
I mean,
resonated with.
You
Yeah, it was
guys
hilarious.
don't miss every single post.
That's what we see in the comments.
Whoa.
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, is it really? Is
You
it?
don't.
Is that the thing?
It's so.
Yeah.
Oh, you
No,
don't.
they
Yeah.
always say you don't miss.
What's
Yeah.
the
Well, I guess
there's
I'm a
that-
true
that's
fan.
that's
Speaking of
fun.
and the
Yeah.
handshake.
This-
What's the handshake?
Yeah, the handshake. So the handshake started because we were getting so many comments.
Yeah.
And I wanted to like respond to all of them, but I was like, I can't write out a response.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna like shake their
Send-
hand. And
Oh.
so I just like did it like not
Yeah.
intending for it to become like now basically like
Kind of a meme in a way
The
that
brand
it's
is
like
yeah, it's
smart.
like
Yeah,
part of the
it's-
brand
yeah.
is like the handshake.
And
It's like
for,
very
for-
symbolic of what Friday Beers is.
Yeah, right.
It
when we
was-
used to go on family vacations before Friday Beers,
Actually, that's true.
our
yeah.
so our littlest brother Sam, he
Mhm.
co-founded Friday Beers with
Yeah.
us as
Right.
well, and he works on it. He lives out here too.
Yeah, we always
and-
forget to shout out Sam.
Yeah, Sam deserves a lot of
Shout out
recognition.
Sam.
Shout out Sammy boy. Sammy Beats.
Should make a shirt that says shout out Sam.
Yeah, shout out Sammy boy.
Yeah, cool.
He and Max, whenever we'd go to places, would insist on getting a picture of them, quote, sealing the deal
Stop.
in front of like various landmarks. So like we went
Stop.
to Paris, like let's get the seal the deal in
Yeah,
front of the
that's
Eiffel Tower.
great.
Yeah.
That we
We'll
were
do a
here, we
deal.
did it.
It's like
Yeah.
Sam and
Got
I
it.
would just pretend like we're like
Businessmen like conducting a
Stop.
transaction.
That's so funny.
So
I'm
I would
trying
be
to think
taking the
if I have-
picture and they would have like all of these handshake photos. And I
Yeah,
think
you can
Yeah.
see here like
subconsciously.
So it was meant. It
this
was
was
meant
us.
to happen.
If you
Yeah, it was-
scroll,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
just,
that's.
it's
but
just
so
photos
for
of me and
people,
Sam.
yeah.
For
Yeah, you-
people listening that don't exactly understand, like when you say you're writing scripts,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
When we wrote
Okay,
scripts-
wait, I'm almost done. These
Oh,
are
you
hilarious.
are.
There's a lot of photos, but I
Yeah.
love
I'm a big
You're big like putting random.
carousel,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are a big
but
carousel.
then you gotta
person.
sprinkle in some funny ones.
I,
'cause it can't-
you
it's-
can't
Oh, you're a
throw
big
them
photo
off.
dump guy.
Photo dump. That's
Where do
the
you
word,
find
yeah,
those photos though? I just saw a photo of two people in front of
Chuck
What can you
Oh, yeah,
explain?
that's-
And then two people
Yeah.
kissing.
What is this?
That's
That's Charles Barkley and Dick Bavetta.
Yeah, kissing after
Oh,
they
NBA
they
refs.
raced in the All-Star game.
Wait, you did
What
the
a-
Shrek tour?
Yeah, we did the
I
Shrek
wanted
tour.
to do that.
How was it?
Yeah, it was
They
awesome.
took me to Jack
Actually,
the Ripper tour. I was like, I want to do the
Yeah.
Shrek one.
Max had like a
I
meltdown
almost
on
had
the
a panic.
Shrek.
I almost had a panic
Why?
attack.
Wait.
I was so hungover. And
Yeah.
like Sam and I were wandering around London. We're like, let's do like the London Eye. And there was a huge line. And we're
Oh
like,
no, it takes forever.
all right, let's just do the Shrek tour.
Yeah,
And I
100%.
was like, all right, I'm like, you know when you're really hungover, like anxious.
Yeah, you're like shaky.
So, like we're like going to the Shrek tour, and like obviously there's like fucking characters popping out, and like these little kids running around, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if I might have to get off this ride. Like,
You're like, I'm
I-
overwhelmed.
and like yeah, it's like one of those 3D things where you have the
Oh no.
head-
3D
Headset.
Shrek is a badass.
four
Or
And-
did you like throw up or something?
Was
Ooh.
it 4D?
no, I was like I like couldn't move. I was like, I'm terrified.
God.
Like,
How hungover were you?
really hungover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough. Fair
Fair.
enough.
It
We get
was-
pretty bad hangovers.
Do you?
Is it one of those things because you drink too much, or is just any alcohol
it-
just makes you feel hungover?
As you
uh,
get older, you just get more hungover.
It's age is a factor.
Mm.
Yeah.
Age is a factor.
Yeah.
Anxiety is a factor, and then
I think it's the type of alcohol too. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like
yeah.
my beer hangovers are not nearly as bad
as-
like if I drink hard liquor.
Yeah,
or-
no,
or
honestly, that's
wine.
what
Do
we
you
Yeah.
guys
take,
get-
we take that bad boy down.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah,
that
You could
Could
do
be
that.
an
You guys
interesting
in the
should share that.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, have it
Do
today.
you guys get alcohol anxiety?
Yeah.
I
So do we.
get hangover anxiety.
Yeah,
I get
anxiety.
drinking anxiety.
It's a
All of
Yeah.
it.
real thing.
Sunday
Yeah.
scares.
Just regular anxiety.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, same here.
All of
Daily
it. All of it.
features.
So
All of it.
when you guys decided to quit your careers,
Right.
throw everything at this, and hopefully the spaghetti stuck to the wall, what were your parents thinking? Were they like,
Well, we didn't quit for a while.
okay.
It was we
Yeah.
sort of edged into this
Okay, good.
over a period of
Yeah.
time, so it wasn't as jarring, and it didn't really pick up like steam until early 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and then March. I remember the day. March.
2020.
Well, what year is it? 2021.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today's
Okay. All right. So March 2020. Yeah. I remember March 13th was the day like they like the travel ban, like COVID was like
Mhm.
real.
Mhm.
People like all like curled up in their apartments or like
Right.
went to their parents' house to go live there. And that was when we were like, this thing's growing, but like,
Yeah.
is this going to be sustainable? Like,
It was
Right.
Yeah.
it was like it was a very calculated risk. And I remember I actually quit my job like 2 weeks before the lockdown happened.
Oh,
And
Friday
I
Beers is
gave, I
definitely
put in
going like
put in my
that.
2
Mhm.
weeks, and I was like, yeah, Friday Beers is like unstoppable. Like,
right.
you know, people were gonna start having live events. It's gonna be awesome. And so I was like, told my agency like, fuck you, like I'm out.
Right.
Like we just signed with WME. I was like, yo, we're hot
That's
shit.
amazing.
And then like the travel ban, like the lockdown happened,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh fuck, like I don't know
Yeah,
what's gonna
like,
happen.
what's gonna
So
happen
I went
now?
back to my boss, and I was like,
You're
can
like,
I
"Wait."
get my job
You're
back?
like-
I did not
Did
just
you
say
really?
fuck you. It was a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Take me back.
And he was nice enough. He was like, yeah, sure, you can. You know, he's like, I'm not gonna, kick you out
Right.
right before lockdown. So I went back to my job, and then a couple months later, once we kind of realized, all right, we can get through this
Mhm.
weirdness,
Mhm.
that's when I quit in like
You
Was
quit
it
again.
July. Yeah, I was like, all right,
He's like, all right,
this
now
time I'm
no
for
chance.
real.
You're
Yeah.
coming
So
back.
we were able to like be like, guys, mom, dad, like this is a real thing over the
Yeah.
course of
This
a
is
year.
not a hobby.
Yeah. And we also proved to ourselves that it could
Yeah,
sustain.
it was
That
more
big.
proving to ourselves. Like
Yeah.
Right.
once we knew, that we could like make a living off of it.
Yeah,
Right.
it became clear that there was an upward trajectory,
Mhm.
and we made decisions. Like first it was Max, and then actually Sam, and then I was the beginning of this year.
Although it was kind of
Okay.
like our dad like doesn't understand like social media at
Neither
all.
does
That's
our
why
parents.
we can relate.
And but he
Because-
has like weird like very like specific and like weird references to like how things work.
Yeah.
And he's like, it could be gone in a day.
Right.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, he does, like, which is like kind of true, but
Instagram
also,
could.
Yeah,
could
it's true.
shut
No,
us
it's
down.
true. I mean, our
Yeah.
parents, when we first started the podcast, they were supportive, but they were like, "Well, you're just not going to microphone about what boys."
They're
I'm
like,
okay,
who's gonna
well,
listen to that? You're
more
gonna have a
than that.
psychic tell you things no one cares about.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make money off of this? This isn't a job. It's a fun hobby.
Yeah.
And we're probably like, they're right.
That could be right. This could be
Got
the
a
case.
point. 50
We weren't making
episodes.
any money. We're like,
No,
okay,
it's
this
true.
is like
the first 50
20 in.
episodes, we were just doing it as a hobby, and it's like, oh, now we're doing something.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I mean,
You
we
have
gotta-
to put in those reps though to make sure that
Yeah.
it can
lots
like,
of reps.
Yeah.
lots of reps. And a common misconception about Friday Beers is like we just kind of started the account one day
Mhm.
with like no prior experience, and we kind of just found like this golden ticket.
Right.
But in reality, like there were years
Of
like
practice.
training and
Right.
writing and
No,
developing
exactly.
these characters and these jokes.
People have been talking about Friday beers for a long time.
Is it? Oh, I haven't
think-
heard of
You're
it.
the only ones that
We
took
were
it and ran.
recontextualizing.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
made it a thing.
Yeah. And we used it as a thing that was basically basically a universe of like feelings you have throughout the
Mhm.
week
Right.
and people that you hang out with. Like it's all around the feeling of Friday beers.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot
Right,
of different
right.
ways you can go with that.
I
I
love
mean,
that.
I love it. I think it's so clever and funny. My question is, I have an issue where I think I'm really funny, but no one else thinks I'm funny. So how did you guys know that your content was funny enough for people to actually listen
Yeah.
to?
Well, here's the thing. We always thought ourselves were funny, which is
Yeah.
a nice thing to have. Like we
Yeah.
made each other laugh and we made ourselves laugh.
Actually, I know how it actually happened. I've always thought Jack was like the funniest person ever.
Oh,
Like,
that's
man.
nice.
Validate me like
Yeah.
that.
I say
And I was like begging him for like forever. Like, dude, you gotta move to LA. Like, we gotta be making comedy together. I was like, this isn't gonna work without you. And I've always just kind of like tried to emulate like Jack's comedy and like what I do.
That's so
And then
sweet.
I think there was like
tearing up.
when I was able to get when I felt validated by Jack, that's when I was like, oh fuck, like
Like this
now
is
we can like really, and if I can contribute the way Jack contributes, like
right.
we can really go anywhere we want with this.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were doing the sketch comedy, that's when I started to kind of build confidence. And
Mm-hmm.
when I saw Jack kind of get interested in what we were doing in LA,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if Jack believes in it, then like there's something here.
There's something here.
Yeah.
And so that
So what-
kind of is a good thing to go into like siblings because now you guys work with each other
Mm.
24/7. We brought this up yesterday. How
Yeah.
I mean, we work, live, eat, sleep, talk
She
all the
hates
time
when
with
you
each other.
chew.
Yeah, she hates when I chew.
I do
She
hate
hates when I come in the room because I'm a morning
When you
person.
come into the room.
Yeah,
No,
like,
literally,
get out
I'm
in
a
the
morning
morning.
person with coffee, and she is like literally
Yeah.
cannot get out of bed. But how has that been? Like, what's like the pros and cons working with you? Like, what's the pro of it and what's the con of it?
Yeah, working with your brother.
The pro is, to me, it's pretty obvious. It's like the shorthand you have with your
Yeah.
sibling.
Right.
Mhm.
It's like it's almost like telepathic.
Yeah.
That's so
like
true.
you can creatively, especially like the references, how each other are thinking when like you're
Yeah.
writing
Mhm.
and
It could be
Um,
efficient in that way.
very efficient.
Yeah.
And then and like you're very comfortable with each other. But then that's
Yeah.
the cons. Like you're too comfortable, and you're all like sometimes
Boundaries
you
can
go
be
too
blurred.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's an
And-
example of a boundary that has been blurred with you guys?
They start like yelling at each other, like in the
Yeah.
office, like in front of other people, like
Right.
that type of thing,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it kind of get too personal too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you guys
also-
are comfortable with it though, because it's like you guys are brothers and stuff, kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
Sistine and I will fight with each other, but we're used to the fighting, but then no one else
Mhm.
is.
You always make little jokes and references like the handshake stuff.
Yeah.
What is the deal with Haley Steinfeld and Dua Lipa? Because when I was
Yeah.
searching Friday Beers, those two names always came up after Friday
Mhm.
Beers.
And that's the
in
only
search
girl you
bar.
follow is Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa plays a big part in like the Friday
The
Beers
mythology.
lore and mythology.
Okay.
So when we started the account and it kind of like took off really quickly, we kind of thought like, who should we follow? It was
Right.
like, I think for
It's an opportunity to make another joke,
yeah, it's an
and then we're
opportunity.
like, what can be a story?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, and this
got a-
again,
you got
this
a
is
video.
this goes back to my advertising days. I remember there was a really funny restaurant. Their Instagram only followed like the 7 herbs and spices that they use.
Oh,
Really?
KFC.
Are you
K-
serious?
KFC,
KFC,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
are you serious?
clever.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's really clever.
Yeah.
So then when we had this account with this following, I was like, we should do something like that. Like,
Right.
Mhm.
And we thought like, let's have like a celebrity crush that
Right.
we can kind of be a storyline, and we
She's
can like
perfect.
try to like get their
Yeah.
attention.
She was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dua
And I
was.
remember
Yeah.
Mm.
the reason why I had never heard of
Oh.
her before 2019.
Yeah, she was sort of on the come up, and
then
she had.
there's that
Yeah.
Is
video.
this Haley or Dua?
Dua.
Oh.
And then there's
Yeah.
video came out of her, and she's like doing this dance on
like,
stage.
a little hip.
Oh, like
thrust
the
thing.
horrible dance move.
so
Like she's
bad.
like swaying a bit.
But
And
like it's like good.
It was
though.
good to us. We loved it.
Yeah.
you guys liked it. She
Yeah.
was ripped on that.
She
Yeah.
got ripped on it, but
Yeah.
we loved it. We put
Oh,
this like
okay.
cool song in the background,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
like that we really liked.
I love that you guys were the one
Yeah.
account that actually praised it when everyone else.
What else
was
was-
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
were-
thought it
I
was.
thought
I
it
was like, this is
great.
like
Yeah.
really sexy. Like this is.
It was like a
Okay.
hip
Yeah.
thing.
So we're
Yeah.
like, Dua Lipa is our goddess, our queen.
Well, you said
Right.
was. What happened?
Well,
But then we found out she was dating. She had a
Anwar.
boyfriend,
Yeah.
Anwar Hadid.
Yeah.
Oh, so Haley, because she's single, she's
Well,
basically your guys'
No, because we didn't abandon Dua Lipa after that. We
Oh.
just basically tried to make her break up with Anwar.
Of course.
Oh,
as
of
you
course,
should.
of course.
And, um,
You get
Now,
3
how did you
brothers
g-
for the price
How
of
did you
one.
go
We-
about?
well,
I
we
mean,
made fun of him a lot.
Well, like whenever she
Oh,
would,
you did?
Yeah.
she would like post a photo of them two,
That's really funny.
and like we would comment something like it wasn't initially wasn't very like wasn't super mean,
But it's just like a joke.
but like our comments were getting thousands of likes from our followers, so
Oh.
they were appearing in her top comments.
No,
like,
no.
like above like Gigi Hadid and above like Bella, like it was
Stop.
literally
That's
so
so
like
funny.
she obviously knew
Who you guys
who we
were.
were.
At one point, we were also selling T-shirts on our website that just said "Anwar sucks."
In a weird way.
Cross the line.
I mean, in a weird way, if I was due, I'd be like, I'm flattered.
I don't know if she got it.
You could have Anwar, your boyfriend, or you could have tens of thousands of horny 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Choose.
One's more
Yeah.
loyal than the
Yeah.
other.
So then
Yeah.
when we were blocked, we found Haley, and
Jeez.
And it became,
Multi-talented singer,
and
actress,
you guys got her
model.
to be on the.
And we did a sketch
video.
with her.
How did you guys get her
No.
on?
Well, her brother Griffin.
Mhm.
Shout out Griffin Steinfeld.
shout out Griffin.
Shout out
dude.
Griffin.
Shout out Griffin Steinfeld.
Shout out Griffin.
Big. It was been a big Friday Beers supporter.
So
and fan.
it's kind of very coincidentally and fortuitous.
Yeah.
Griffin had been following us for a while and was a
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
So then when we announced like Haley's our new pursuit, our
And
new,
you guys didn't know that he
our
was
new
following?
love. No.
And one day, I remember we got a text from like tons of people like, go to Haley Steinfeld's Instagram account. She posted a video of her being like this with a Friday
Yeah.
Beers hat.
Shut up.
And he tipped his hat
Yeah, like this. And it was Emilio Estevez, the
Emilio.
Mighty Ducks guy. So we saw the video. We're like, oh my God, like
Oh my
contact
God.
has been made. Like she has
Yeah.
acknowledged us. So we were able through just our agents to like get to her like publisher or publicist.
Yeah.
And we were like, here's what Friday Beer is all about. She's like, yeah, I think it's funny. And
Yeah.
No
and then
way.
we sent her this script
yeah.
and we're like, there's no fucking chance.
Because
Like,
it's all about
Haley
this guy named
says.
Dooley.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
these
well, there's a Friday Beers
weird
character.
references,
Yeah.
and there's like a reference to like the ragtime frog.
Yeah.
and, like
I cannot overemphasize how cool.
Yeah,
and,
she was like, yeah, let's do it.
chill
No,
she
Oh
is.
my God.
you could tell she's one of those girls
So
that is just the
cool.
coolest.
yeah,
Like
Just
she's
the
super
coolest.
funny.
even if she didn't
Yeah.
think it was funny at all, she like was so
She's
cool to
into
work
it.
with.
Yeah.
And she's a great
Yeah.
actress. She can
I
totally do
love
it.
it. I think
She-
she's stunning.
Yeah,
I
she
think I
is-
fell in love with her when she posted one music video. I was like, it's over.
She's all of the
I'm good.
above. Yeah, she was just like we got to work with her for 30 minutes. We made that thing.
What if she got a
That's
boyfriend? Would you guys roast his
I've-
boyfriend? See, that's what I'm saying. What are you gonna do?
It'd be tough,
Would be tough.
but we'd support her. I think.
Do you guys have your eye on the next possible?
A lot of people like will pitch us on like you
You need to follow next.
you need to follow this person next.
Oh my god!
And most of them are like Zendaya.
We might follow
like,
the Stallone sisters fan account.
oh yeah,
Just them
Yeah.
though, not
Just
us.
Stallone
I
yeah.
mean,
girls,
Just
yeah.
the fan
I don't know
account.
how many more subtle hints I could be dropping.
She's like, if you need
I was like,
a
just
new
in
one.
case she gets.
Well, if Haley gets a boyfriend,
just in case.
that
Yeah.
could be. And then,
That
like,
could be
let's have
easy.
your people talk to our people.
Perfect.
That's what I'm talking
I don't think I have
about.
any people, so,
So-
you talk straight to
So
me.
where do you guys see long term? Where do you see Friday Beers going?
Well, right now we're like we're creating a little bit of like a mini media company around Friday Beers.
Cool.
And what we want to do is like achieve the I guess content that we've made on Instagram in every form of content.
Mm.
And it's not just the same as like just taking that video you did and put it on another platform
Mhm.
or do a project with what you already have made, but it's just taking like our voice and sense of humor and trying to make the same stuff for like TikTok and YouTube and like hopefully like TV shows and movies.
Mhm.
Make events, like have events for people, which we've done a handful of. Sell apparel, like we have this whole music project that we're doing with DJ Press Play.
Yeah, I mean, like the
DJ
media
Press.
company is like kind of the big overarching goal, but for Jack and I,
Yeah.
the dream is writing like the next great TV show,
Right.
Sure.
comedy. Like that's our dream. Like
You were
wh-
saying you love Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I want to
So
make It's Always
something
Sunny in
like that.
we
Philadelphia.
basically,
Yeah.
we want to make our version of It's Always Sunny just like a timeless sitcom.
We've always said there hasn't been a really good comedy show in a very long time. Even
very long
movies
time.
wise, like there's nothing like an
They don't-
Anchorman. There's nothing
Right,
like
and that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Like, our personal passion is that.
Yeah.
oh, thank God there's someone that's doing
Yeah.
it.
We're trying to be we're on the mission, but it's hard. Like we gotta,
It's tricky.
it takes a long time.
Yeah.
And
But you guys are doing it different, which is cool. It's something that I haven't seen before, and you're taking a completely different route as opposed to, like the Barstool. Do you guys get annoyed when you do get compared to Barstool Sports?
Only because the tone is very different.
Right.
They're kind of like the bullies, and we're not.
So, to wrap up the show,
yeah.
Sophia and I wanted to do a little rapid fire question
Okay.
segment with you guys. We're gonna list off the questions.
Yes,
First
answer.
answer that comes to your
Okay,
mind. Do
I
not
don't.
think.
I don't think
start
quickly
with-
on my
Alright.
feet at all. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
So why don't we start with you, and then you answer right after? Are
Me
we
first?
ready?
You do the
Okay.
first question.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you were a chair, who would you like to sit on you?
Lizzo.
Excellent answer.
That's actually a good answer.
Yeah.
You can elaborate if you
If
want.
I was a chair, who would I want to sit on me?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of like a nice comfy butt.
That's the
Like,
Lizzo butt.
Yeah,
yeah,
Elizabeth.
Sam, my
Yeah.
brother.
That's a good answer. That's a good
Excellent,
answer.
excellent.
All right, first word that comes to mind when you hear unwaxed.
Go, don't think.
Vagina.
Yeah.
Nice.
Porn.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. What are you winning gold at in the Olympics for?
I'm winning gold at 100-meter dash.
Nice.
I'm not fast, but
Well,
like,
it could
that'd
be
so
anything.
Hey,
alpha.
honestly, it could be
You could be drinking
anything.
beer.
Yeah, it can
Oh,
It
okay.
can be whatever
Anything.
you want.
I am winning.
Ooh.
I am winning gold for 100-meter dash.
Great.
Clever.
I'm probably winning. I'm winning gold for like record number of like episodes of It's Always Sunny watched.
Oh.
If there's like a competition for that,
Yeah, yeah.
You
how
probably
many
are
would you
the
say?
Guinness World
There are
Record.
I think I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
If
many
it-
would you say?
I think I've seen every episode of the first 6 seasons like 20 times each.
I think we should get Guinness World
Guinness can
Record.
verify
Yeah,
that.
honestly.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I thought you were gonna
Excellent.
say most bent thumb.
Oh yeah.
But-
Fuck.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Sophia likes
Oh
it.
yeah, so here goes. 100 angry, deadly toddlers are coming towards you to attack.
Yeah.
They have nothing in mind except to kill you.
Yeah.
How do you defend yourself?
Weapons involved?
Yes, what weapon would you
I
Whatever
mean,
use?
this would be amazing. I would take an aluminum baseball bat and just go to
A
town.
baseball bat.
Yeah, like
Really?
black magic, 32
Yeah.
Well,
out.
you,
Of
can,
course,
32,
of course.
you can choose any weapon.
Any weapon.
Any weapon.
Baseball, you
And
really
you can
feel the
you have to
crack.
just defend yourself.
32-inch, 29-ounce black magic bat, and I would just start
Does it
teeing off.
defend
There we
yourself?
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
teeing
These
off.
are feral toddlers. Like
Yeah.
they're not normal
They're like
toddlers.
Yeah.
the Walking
So
Dead.
it's okay
Okay.
that they're getting
There's a little
hurt.
mini Anwars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can we use like fictional weapons?
Yeah,
like,
sure,
from,
sure.
like, from,
Of
like,
course,
Halo?
anything.
It's your
Okay.
Gravity
game.
hammer?
Gravity
Halo
hammer.
gravity hammer?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Halo 3
that's-
gravity hammer.
Wait, is that the super long with the purple
Yeah.
at the end
and
of
you
it?
Yeah.
just
That
smack
one's-
And then
sonic
someone
boom.
flies. Yeah, I used to play
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. What is
Yeah.
your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure would be, what's a show that I like to watch that I don't tell anybody about?
It's a reality show.
I kind of do like when Olivia watches the Kardashians. I'll sit down and
Nice,
watch that
nice.
with
You're
her.
a good husband.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
husbandly duty, and I'll leave my more explicit ones off the podcast.
Oh,
Excellent.
nice,
Yeah.
of course.
I feel like I had a good guilty pleasure. I can't remember it now.
I also
put
have
out the
I also
fire.
have one like it's not guilt. I'm not guilty about it, but I'm made to feel guilty about it by
Okay.
others, like eating disgusting food.
Like,
Like-
Oh, like what type of food?
Just like every type. Like I could probably eat like $100 worth of McDonald's. Like
Oh wow,
I don't think I don't
that
qualify
doesn't sound disgusting.
I don't
at all.
qualify Chick-fil-A as disgusting. I think it's beautiful food.
Yeah.
Like I could eat
Mhm.
that every single day. Like pigging out on fast food, like
I was gonna say
grotesquely.
you're
is-
Fat Sal's guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can do
Okay.
any of that stuff.
Fat Texas.
Yeah. And I don't feel guilty about it.
But everyone
But
else
people
makes
make
you
me
feel
feel guilty
bad
about
about it.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you feel good, that's all that matters.
I
Yeah.
agree.
All right,
Self-love.
what is your answer? You've had 10
I know.
minutes.
I have like the worst answer ever. Like I like to show you. Like,
Oh, that is like
You would like you.
Well, but it's not
I feel
because
like you like
Wait,
that show.
here's the thing.
You
It's
kind
not.
of look
Yeah.
like him.
I want to be stalked
Whoa,
like
That's
that.
why
Penn
he
actually?
relates to
You-
Joe.
I don't really.
It's
Oh,
the same hat.
first
you're-
of all,
you're into
I
tech?
am not a sociopath.
You're
But
wearing,
wearing
the,
the
I think
same-
same
which is something a
outfit.
sociopath
the
would
same
say.
hair, the same
The
outfit.
same outfit.
Yeah, but
Are you
I
Joe?
wore this before Joe wore it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Of course.
This was actually This
So
is,
you are Joe. They inspired it
Are
based
you
on
on
you.
third season?
I already finished it.
Who are you
yeah.
stalking?
I don't like it.
I'm not like smart enough to be a star. Like,
You'd be
I'm
too
not-
obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
Well, you can
would-
say it's Sophia. I feel like we're.
It's
beating on
okay.
the-
We're
Yeah,
gonna
you're
be
talking
honest
about
here.
yesterday, like the worst
I
DM you
would've
got. The
been-
guys like outside your house. I can see you in my bedroom. Is that from Max?
Yeah,
What
I don't want to be
Change
honest,
it.
but it was. I did see a hat outside my window. All right, a conspiracy theory you believe in.
Conspiracy theory. I'm not familiar with many of them.
Yeah.
Oh, we love conspiracy theories here.
Name some and I'll
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
All right.
All right, Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy.
Whoa.
Well, what's that one?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah.
That they don't. Whenever you have
You order
slices
pizza.
left at the table and the customer leaves, they take the slices, bring it back to the kitchen, puzzle them back together, put some more cheese, reheat it. and
It's
bring it
actually
back
true.
out.
could
You
buy
can
it.
find photos
Okay,
online.
You
sure.
could buy it.
That's like.
I'm trying to stay away from like the dangerous ones.
We
It's
also have
like
lizard
the-
people. People
Lizard
believe that
people.
like the ones that control the world
Yeah.
are lizards.
Dasani water.
Okay.
Conspiracy.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I guess this isn't really conspiracy because it's like confirmed. Like aliens exist and like
That's no. People think that's conspiracy.
to
but
you.
it's not.
kidding.
Have you ever seen Unacknowledged?
Wait,
on
I haven't,
Hulu?
but I was gonna see it. I heard it's good.
It is sick.
Can I
Okay,
watch it?
I
And
believe in
it's, like,
aliens.
It like fully confirms.
Okay, so then that's
Presence.
yours.
You know what?
Actually, I have a good alien question.
This
on
is a pretty lame
So do I.
conspiracy, but I think the MLB, Major League Baseball, is like a fraudulent organization for allowing the Houston Astros to cheat and
Oh,
cheat their way into like a World
Yeah.
Series.
that's a new
And
one.
they got rid of the manager, but they didn't take any sanctions against like any of the players.
Right.
There's like one
But
political.
that's not a conspiracy. That's
It's
just
a
like,
conspiracy to think that they like
So he's
let
passionate
these
about it.
let those players off the hook. And I think like Carlos Correa and Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman
Mhm.
and George Springer should like never be allowed to play baseball again.
I
And I,
don't know
think they
any of
cheated the
those
Yankees
people,
out
but
of a World
totally.
Series, and that's the political cause I'm most passionate about.
Nice.
Is Rob Manfred is an absolute clown for doing that. So
Yeah, you clown.
yeah,
I'm
All
sticking
right,
with aliens.
speaking-
Aliens, good.
Okay.
All right.
Would you rather be a clown for a living or never drink beer again?
Like that is your job.
Like that is
You
your
are a
job,
clown.
or you can never have a sip of beer again.
be a clown.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either you have.
What's
Yeah, what kind of
how
clown?
many days I work in?
Maybe like 4 days a week or
4 days a week.
And I go to like
clown.
kids' birthday
Yeah,
parties and
birthdays,
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
birthdays,
but you have
or-
forever.
Well, clowning can take many forms. You've seen Baskets,
Yeah.
the show.
No.
Yeah.
Clowning's a pretty refined art.
Yeah.
No,
Some-
you are the classic
No.
creep clown on the street.
You're not like a Parisian
no,
clown.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe you're being a mime. You can't talk. Like,
All right, so you're literally like a hack, like kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Like
you
the
can
guy
get,
who,
you're just
like,
getting hammered.
the
at
one
all these
from-
Like your
birthdays.
suit
Yeah, you're
smells like
blacked out or-
cigarettes.
But you can
and-
drink
Yeah.
beer, so that's the
But you can
I
positive.
don't know. I
Or
mean, like it seems like in the Joker they had a pretty cool like locker room vibe with all the
There's
clowns.
camaraderie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Finally, a
God.
community that I
Didn't
feel
one
like
of them
I'm
die in
part
the
of.
locker room?
Yeah.
It was very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. there's
We're gonna
some-
get exposed if we don't say the clown answer.
Oh no! I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like convincing myself on like the clown
The
life.
clown
Okay,
life.
so-
Clown
Resign
life
from bread
sounds-
and beer
All of your
tomorrow.
Yeah.
followers would disown you.
Yeah.
totally.
You chose the other option. All right.
I'd be a clown 4 days a week. The other 3 days a week, come and suck down.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or
suck it.
7 days a week.
Would you rather
Yeah.
know how you will die or when you're going to die?
When?
As my friend Sags would say, I've already seen how I'm gonna die,
Oh, great.
and
Oh.
I'm not scared.
Oh, nice.
I would choose
If
when.
Yeah.
if you know how
Okay.
you're gonna
That I
die,
can
That's
bake.
it
I
for-
can,
yeah.
I
You're
can
gonna-
set
you're
my
gonna be
time.
paranoid
Says
the
what
whole
I'm
time.
gonna
But wouldn't
have.
you be paranoid at the fact that you know when you're gonna
No,
die?
you-
Or what if they say tomorrow?
That helps you. Well, then I had a good run. It helps you manage paranoia actually, because anxiety is like uncertainty. But
Right.
if you're certain about like, well, 2 weeks from now, boys, time to let it
or
rip
you're
for a
like,
bit.
oh, I'm gonna die in like 60 years. Like, let's fucking
Actually,
rip it.
you know,
Yeah.
now that I'm
Yeah,
thinking
that's
about it,
true.
knowing when you're going to die is a great advantage.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
life.
because you feel like you're gonna be more
I would,
motivated.
I would manage my entire life accordingly. I'd be like, if I don't have to
Say,
worry
well,
about
I'm
being
dying.
past 52, I'm just like, all right, I've got 25 years now. I can like manage.
Well, I
Right.
feel like that's because you aren't afraid of death.
No, I don't fear it.
And I don't think I'm afraid of it either. Like, I think
Like
a lot of
death in the
people,
eye.
the thought of it freaks them out. But I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I've done good.
Like Frank Reynolds would
Okay.
say, when I die, just
You
throw me in
know?
the trash.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Never been in love,
You
but
guys
it's
are
fun.
so depressing right now.
Just throw me in
All right,
the
this is such a weird
trash.
question,
Yeah.
but I'm curious. So you've seen those shitty pools that are
Yeah,
above the
I'm
ground. They're
curious.
like
Above ground pools?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long do you think that would take you to drink the whole thing?
Of what substance?
Yeah.
Water. In that pool.
Of chlorine water?
Yes, but you're not gonna die. You're
No,
fine.
we could
Chlorinated
do-
water?
No, maybe not chlorine. We could just do
Wait,
It
it's
takes-
fresh
It would
water.
take
Like
It's
so
bit-
long.
how is-
I'll
it's-
suck
how
that
is-
thing down in 5 days.
The whole
Oh.
thing.
Yeah.
5 days that pool.
Yeah.
5
You're-
days?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Oh.
die.
Honestly, like
It
a
would
super
take
like
me,
crunchy like health person would be like, well, that's technically how much water you should be drinking every 2 days.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
So I think I could, if I was determined, I could do damage on that in 5 days.
All right.
I don't think I'd ever finish it.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't really.
He's like,
drink
I would
water.
die.
I would
before
drown before.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would drown. Okay, final question. This is an important one.
I would like to put other substances in that above
You
ground
can
pool.
put like what's it called, Crystal Light in there.
Well, I'm just saying like I would put like a
Make
thing
a-
of
That changes the
a
game.
pool full
Right.
of like pudding would be a
that
dream
would
for
take
me.
forever.
And
to
I would just
finish.
swim around and I could
What about
like eat and
Kool-Aid?
stuff like that.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Good too. Yeah. All right,
That
sorry.
would be
Final
good.
question.
Okay, final question. If your belly button was a real button, what would you want it to do?
Jetpack boots, so I could like
Stop.
fire straight in the air, like get out of
Nice.
places. Be
You
like,
had that answer.
That
That was
get-
really quick.
I'll get the check, guys. See you there. Fly out.
Or
Of
what
there.
a teleportation
This-
device.
yeah.
What if you
This
can just press-
this is not me pandering to our followers, but a beer me button where you
Where
press
would it
it and then
come?
a beer just
Shows up.
No, but where would it have to be from your right? Wouldn't it
No,
have
it
to be
says
from
belly
belly?
button. It can
someone
do what
it's
it
like it just
wants.
calls like someone brings you a beer.
Oh.
And it's like a
Oh, my
Service
God.
So it's like an Uber Eats for beers.
yeah.
You press and
Yeah.
you get
Put
a
that
beer.
on
so
your
the-
Hinge profile.
And literally anything
Yeah.
can happen.
Look at constant
Anything could
swipes.
happen. The
And
button can
Money, like blowjob button. Like, just saying-
do automatic.
yeah.
Sure.
Olivia's
Okay,
like,
that's pretty good. I love it. I see where
Yeah.
both your heads are at. I feel like
I
you got a
still
better
think I would
understanding.
be a toss up between the blowjob and the jet boots.
Jet boots.
Both.
Yeah.
I feel like the jet boots would get
Yeah.
you the blowjob.
Right.
So I don't know
That's
if you
true.
need, yeah.
I don't think you need one or the other.
Babe, you want to see me do the jet boots thing again?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, baby. Thank you guys so much for joining us
Yeah.
today. It
Thanks
was
for
so
having
much
us.
Thanks
fun.
for having us.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Hopefully we can all have a beer together soon.
Mhm.
We had one
We have a
yesterday.
date, so
That's true. We do
Yeah.
have a date. You guys know.
What should we go tag along?
Yeah, I think we should.
No.
We'll wear
spy.
Groucho Marx disguises.
yeah, everyone should
Do
go.
it.
This
Yeah.
whole crew.
The whole gang.
Yeah, everyone's coming. Everyone in the studio.
You look to the next table. There's 9 people with newspapers.
I know. Okay,
Are
fine.
you-
Everyone can
Are
come.
you guys public? Are you guys public on social media besides the
Yeah,
Friday beers?
we're public.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of
so
followers.
Do you guys want to
Put your Instagrams in. Put your taglines in.
Well, at Friday.beers, first of all.
Whoop,
right
whoop,
here.
whoop. Do it.
At Friday.beers. And my personal Instagram is at JBFresh2.
JB Fred. It's way cooler than mine.
JBFresh.
Damn.
Mine's it's just my first name and my middle name, which is Maxwell Reddington. It's really white.
Yeah.
And,
It's
like,
perfect.
pathetic,
It's great.
I wonder if I get some
Perfect.
Own it.
followers.
It's
Own
your
it.
name.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're not having a beer on Friday, then what are you even doing here? We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.